guess your name had been rumored for a while. Just how did you find out, and how did that all go down the other day?
I got a call from text from Kelly McCrimmon asking me to call him. So then he delivered me the news, and we had a conversation for about 10, 15 minutes, just talking about it. And I thanked him for everything that he's done for myself and my family and my career up until that point. And then I talked to my girlfriend and my parents, and then shortly after, Kevin Adams gave me a call. Talked to him. We talked about the opportunity that I have here, and I talked about how excited I was to come and play for my favorite team growing up.
Mixed emotions. I'm sure how difficult it is to leave Vegas with the group that you guys had, after how long you've been there and what you guys have been through.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, anywhere you are when you're there for, I'd say probably longer than a season, you meet a lot of good people, and especially in Vegas. I mean, I have a lot of lifetime friends there, and it was a lot of mixed emotions, so it was really tough to saying goodbye to those guys. And but like I said, I am very excited to come to Buffalo. I'm born and raised in Syracuse, New York, which is right down the road, right down Route 91 there, and so it'll be a lot of fun to come and put on the Sabres jersey down the road here.
I remember talking to you 3-4 years ago, and you're talking about how those post-lockout 06, 07 Sabres teams, like, you just love them. Like, what do you remember about growing up watching those teams?
So I grew up next to Tim Conley, who played here for years. Those teams, I mean, I could probably name most of the guys, Briere, Drury, Thomas Vanek, Tim Conley, Jochen Hesch, Andrew Peters, Patrick Coletta, Matt Ellis. You had, who was there? Oh, you had Brian Campbell with the Spinorama. You had Maxim Afinogenov. I mean, I was a big Sabres fan growing up, so it was, I loved watching those guys. The team tweeted those pictures of my dad and I at the Sabres game with the old red jerseys, so maybe we'll bring those back. I'm not sure. That would be pretty cool, honestly. But no, yeah, it was those teams that went far, and you know what you saw what the city did behind them. I mean, it was Buffalo. It was everyone around Buffalo, and they love their sports here, and they love their Buffalo Sabres, and I'm really excited to play for a fan base like this. I was very thankful to play in Vegas, where they really embrace us. The entire city embraced us. But coming to Buffalo, it's going to be like none other.
Are there any memories in this building that stick out to you?
My first time playing here, I had a couple hundred friends and family sprinkle around the crowd. I'll be completely honest. So that was a lot of fun. We actually. The Sabres were very generous to allow me to say hi to everyone afterwards. I think the list was around 100 people or so, and I ended up buying everyone dinner afterwards. I don't even know where it was. I wish I could, because they were so generous to give me a deal there. And I just, as a thank you to everyone that came in to watch me, I ended up I didn't buy the alcohol. I just bought the food, because you know how it could get with buying the alcohol for everybody. But no, I bought everyone the food, and it was great. It was just a big thank you for, not only supporting me that day, but supporting me through my entire childhood and my career so far. So it really meant a lot for all of them to come out, and my family had a lot of fun with it too.
Does this trade mean something to them, your family? I mean, not only to be playing in the uniform, but to be playing 2 hours down the road, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get a lot of texts. I'm going to be saying hi to a lot of people after games, but there was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of people who would come out to Vegas too, but it's a lot of people from Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, Binghamton, all over New York State and stuff that are really excited for me to be closer to home, a little bit easier to come and watch me play. And these are people that have supported my entire career, and I'm very thankful.
How's the recovery going from the surgery, and what's that experience been like for you getting to stay here to have to miss this much time?
Yeah, it's really not. In Vegas, I wanted to be as involved with the team as much as possible. I was in every meeting, power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5, game day, non-game day, stuff like that. And that's what I plan on doing here as well. So obviously, I'm not battling every night with the guys, but I want to come in and show my support in every way possible. And I like to think that I bring a pretty positive attitude each and every day, even in the situation I'm in, and so that's what I'd like to bring here as well.
Alex, you were with the U.S. national team when Don Bernardo had just gotten there and was just getting acclimated with the program. What do you remember about that time working with him, and what does it feel like working with him once again?
Yeah, actually, there was a lot of familiar faces. Don was on. He was coaching the year ahead of me, actually, where John Hayden and Will Butcher were playing. They were 95 birth years, and so I got a little interaction with him there. And then I got a lot more interaction with him during World Juniors. That year I played World Juniors. He was the forward coach there, so I got a lot of interaction with him. He was obviously very knowledgeable of the game. We haven't sat down and talked too much right now, and honestly, with the way COVID happened and stuff, I haven't seen Buffalo play as much, but I watched the game the other night after getting traded, and they just look like they're having a lot of fun out there no matter what's happening, and they seem like a very tight-knit group, and that starts with up top. So I think he's done a really good job so far, and I'm excited to get to work with him. And like I said, there's a lot of familiar faces, a lot more Americans on this team than other teams. So nothing against everybody else. I'm going to love all my teammates and everything like that. But no, there's a lot of guys that I've crossed paths with over the years. So I'm excited to play with them again for sure.
How many summers did you train here, I guess? You trained with Matt Ellis.
I did a few. So it wouldn't be per se full summers or anything like that, but I come out for a week here or there. My little brother played for the junior Sabres back, I think 4 years ago. So, and he lived with Andrew Peters. So I got close with Andrew, and then I started skating with Matt Ellis and hanging out with Patrick Coletta and those guys. So it was really good. It was my first couple years in the league, just to be able to not only skate with guys like that, but to pick their brain and to, I guess, to understand their experience. And you know what, if it says anything about being a Buffalo Sabre and those guys sticking around about Buffalo, that I think that this city means a lot to them and what they've been given being a Buffalo Sabre. So I'm really excited for that as well.
How much has Kevin been able to describe what they're trying to build here, the vision, and how you fit into it?
Yeah, we had a nice 20-30 minute phone conversation, and there was I don't think I can recall everything that we talked about, but he's very excited about the opportunity to work with me, and I'm very excited with the opportunity to work with him. And you know what, it was an honor to be traded for a guy like Jack Eichel. He's an outstanding player, and I know it wasn't 1-for-1, but it was be a part of that trade, and just to have someone that really wants you in their organization means a lot. So it was a big time trade, and Kevin and I are probably gonna sit down and get to know each other a little bit better, and I want to understand where I fit into the puzzle, and I'd like to be as big of a part of this organization as possible. Like I said, just come in, work hard, and be very positive, and try to be a really good teammate.
Alex, this isn't the first time you've changed organizations. You started with Minnesota, then went to Vegas right when they started out. So this is the second time you've been on the move from one organization to another. How does this experience differ from the first time for you?
I'd say that I have a little bit more of some roots in Vegas, being there for a longer period of time. I was only really in the Minnesota organization for a year. Yeah, they drafted me, and I'll be forever grateful for that. But I only played 6 games in Minnesota, and I played 200 and something games for Vegas. So and however many playoff games. So like I said, I'm going to cherish all my years in Vegas, and I'm very thankful to the entire organization and ownership group. But it was a little bit more of a shock and stuff, and with the trade, but the same excitement. The same exact excitement is kind of a new look, clean slate, kind of able to come in here and prove myself all over again, and I'm really excited for the opportunity.
For the fans that don't know you as well because you're in Vegas, how do you describe your game, yourself? Like, how do you think your game is?
So I'd say that I'm a big, fast, strong power forward who plays a pretty diverse role in the lineup play up and down the lineup. I try to think of myself as a utility guy that brings a lot of different things to the rink. So I just like to say that I'm pretty hardworking and I guess a high energy player.
Obviously, McGillney predated your fandom with the team, but the number obviously is very significant for fans around here. What does it mean to have that number here, and why do you cherish that number?
Yeah, I mean, Alex McGillney was an unbelievable player, and he wore 89 first, and he had a lot of points with that number. So it's gonna be, it'll be definitely hard to do anything close to what he's done with that number. But honestly, it was a number I wore since I can remember, since I was 5 or 6 years old, and I wasn't able to wear it in the U.S. program or college or anything like that. But when I was able to get it back in Vegas, it really meant a lot to myself and my family. And I don't know, it's just a number that I've always had. So to be able to have it in Buffalo too really means a lot. So I guess thanks, Alex, and second Alex to wear it too, which is kind of funny. So I'm very excited.